walk through the garden, you better watch your back.
Within film and TV, one can commonly see Black and African American characters stereotyped as either an evil drug dealer, a criminal, a poor suffering drug user, or perhaps an athlete. The Wire consists of a very large cast of mostly black actors. While many characters are drug dealers or criminals, which would be hard to avoid given the show is about the drug trade in Baltimore, The Wire elevates these characters and all of the other black characters. The Wire truly avoids stereotypes in its black characters. One way to explore the avoidance of stereotypes in The Wire is to look at pairs of characters in the show. One pair is Stringer and Avon. In The Wire, Avon Barksdale is the head of the Barksdale drug empire, which is the primary drug empire focused on in The Wire.
We had every security guard in there following us.
Stringer Bell begins as Avon's right-hand man but grows in power throughout the show.
Can you imagine, man, if I had the money that I have now, man, I could have bought half this waterfront property.
It would have been easy for the writers of The Wire to have made Stringer and Avon one-dimensional, evil drug dealers, but the show instead makes them real people with hopes and aspirations. While Avon wants to rise to the top or win the race by dominating the local drug trade,
You go out, you get Cuddy, and get the best of the rest, and you put a hurting on Marlo. I want my corners.
Stringer sees winning as not running the race at all and becoming a legitimate businessman.
I want this to run like a true fucking business. Not no front, not no bullshit. Understand me?
Another pair is Omar and Lester. These two characters really never interact, but they embody two very different and certainly atypical black characters who can be nicely described in contrasts. Omar is a drug robber, meaning that he literally robs drug dealers, lending a sense of justice to his otherwise criminal act. Lester, in contrast, is a police detective who specializes in what I would call puzzle solving, essentially meaning he's really smart.
The number wouldn't be 844-7393. I had Prez pull the B&B property assessments and land transfers from Circuit Court.
Omar is almost a Shakespearean character, emotional in nature, a poet per se.
Oh, I will move slow. I ain't tossing nothing. Bow tie. So whatever you're gonna do, you might as well go ahead and make it quick. I knew you'd come back.
Lester is perhaps the exact opposite, very logical and patient. He in fact waited in the pawn shop unit for 15 years, knowing it could eventually pay off.
I'm saying the phone is right.
With the poet and the scientist, The Wire offers characters to admire and root for. Omar and Lester almost represent opposite ends of the spectrum, one all emotion and one all intellect.
Omar listening.
One final pair is Bubs and Dee. Bubs and Dee are the heart and soul of multiple seasons of The Wire. Bubbles, or Bubs, is a frequently homeless drug user.
Johnny? I don't think much of this here with y'all. Besides, he happens to be one of the laziest white boys to ever sit between two shoes.
While D'Angelo Barksdale, or D, is the nephew of Avon Barksdale and is primarily involved in dealing drugs on the street.
Shit ain't on you. It ain't on me neither. Motherfucker who robbed the stash shot Sterling. He gonna get got no matter what you or me do.
Bubs could really be this character that you feel bad for or you pity. Instead, he's an incredibly savvy person who cares for many people and emotionally touches many others.
Take $5 an hour, 30 on the day max.
That's the minimum wage.
D, on the other hand, could be a character that you hate and despise, but never ceases to amaze the viewer. He frequently cares for people who work for him, not in a way that he's trying to manipulate, but because he truly cares for them.
Little motherfucker. You start back up at Emerson, you likely to finish up at Harvard or some shit like that. Believe, B. And you Got a good heart in there, too. Not like the rest of these niggas.
Fun fact, that's a 15-year-old Michael B. Jordan. Interestingly, while Bubs is physically rotting from the outside due to his drug abuse, D is rotting on the inside because of what his uncle's business is doing to him.
When you walk through the garden.
Everything that The Wire accomplishes is already impressive, but it is made even more impressive given when it was released. 2002. At the time, The Wire was not very popular among normal audiences and did not receive many awards or even nominations. According to Lance Reddick, who plays Lieutenant Daniels in The Wire,
it was just too black. There was just too many three-dimensional black people, black men in particular, and on too many levels of power. It was just head-spinning.
From the Chi to Atlanta, The Wire helped lay the groundwork for shows that would precede it.